Look at Eminem's life. Eminem's been sheltered his whole life with security. So Eminem probably got mad anxiety. He probably can't be by himself and walk through a mall. You can catch me at the most craziest gas station in any hood in America. He'd be like, that you, Zeno? Somebody, yo, let me get that picture. Yeah.
I ate his up. I cooked him. Now, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, he cooked me. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But what you stands is not gonna do it. What you saltines ain't gonna do is try to come here and be like, I didn't do it. I didn't affect him. Stop it. Because that shows that y'all ain't real hip hop fans.
Let me tell you, his fans, bro, his fans like him because he's white. They don't fuck with us. Let me try to make fuck Eminem.
I dusted Eminem. Rap Elvis. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, it's 2025 and Benzino is still out here throwing shots at Eminem, desperate to get a reaction. But he hasn't uttered a single word about Zeno since Doomsday Part 2 dropped. Now Benzino's claiming Eminem used him for clout, built his street cred off their early to OOE's beef, and then tossed him away like yesterday's news. According to Zeno, he's the reason Eminem was ever seen as controversial, raw, or even real. Sure, their beef made waves back in the day, but let's keep it 100. M dropped the sauce and nail in the coffin, then went on to star in 8 Mile, Snag, and Oscar, and completely own the 2000s. Meanwhile, Benzino lost his grip on the culture, yet still walks around like he's the main character. And while Eminem is clearly unbothered by Zeno's barking, somebody else decided to jump in. And you already know who it is. Yep, Eminem's ride or die, 50 Cent. 50 slid onto Instagram to clown Benzino. And now these two are trading jabs online while M is probably somewhere scribbling rhymes and laughing his head off. Let's break down exactly what Benzino said, how 50 blew it up again, and why Eminem's silence might be the loudest diss of them all.
Rip shit, fucking with my blood, about to rip shit, rip shit.
Here's what happened. Benzino just released a new freestyle, and the internet is clowning him nonstop. Naturally, 50 wasn't going to ignore it. He posted the clip on his X account with a harsh caption, "Yo, this is the worst thing I've heard all year. What's wrong with him? He's 60 years old, man. This ain't it." As expected, Benzino reacted immediately. He fired back by taking a shot at 50's ex, Daphne, over her rumored connection with Diddy. And because drama is what he thrives on, he even challenged 50 to a boxing match.
Explain it to little Bruce Leroy while Sleeves and Diddy and a bunch of niggas slutting around. I think you're gonna have to owe him an explanation when he gets older. Don't act like we ain't see you on the beach with your Bugs Bunny T-plate with the camera taking pictures. Yeah, you was in your feelings, huh? Nah, Curtis, it's not a good look. But I tell you what though, the boxing challenge still there, Curtis, for the celebrity. I'm down to make a couple of M's. I'll go 3 rounds with your goofy ass. That's number 1.
If you're wondering why 50 even bothers with Benzino, it comes down to loyalty. One thing about 50 is that he'll always defend his people without hesitation. Eminem sits at the very top of that list. Let's not forget, Eminem was the one who took a huge risk on 50 when the industry wanted nothing to do with him. That kind of loyalty lasts forever. So when Benzino came after Eminem in the early 2000s, he permanently positioned himself as an enemy in 50's eyes. And recently, Benzino tried to reignite that old feud, calling Eminem sheltered and claiming he won't go anywhere without heavy security. Meanwhile, Benzino brags about moving around solo as if nothing can touch him.
Look at Eminem's life. Eminem's been sheltered his whole life with security. So Eminem probably got mad anxiety. He probably can't be by himself and walk through a mall. Of course, I'm sure he would get mobbed, but just feeling safe. Like his whole life he's been
This is in Boston or something like that. How did everybody feel about that?
Nobody paid attention to that.
Right.
Eminem did not grow up gangster, and Eminem knows that. Eminem.
Now here's the point. Benzino isn't wrong that Eminem didn't grow up in the streets. But here's the issue. Eminem never claimed he did. So Benzino's criticism doesn't really land. What makes it even stranger is the contradiction. Just last year on Drink Champs, the same man broke down crying while talking about Eminem, almost begging for a face-to-face to end the beef once and for all. Fast forward, and now he's back throwing insults as if that moment never happened.
But I care about us more. Come on, man. My daughter came into the industry figuring that, hey, I gotta be cool with Eminem because everybody's against my dad. I don't hate Eminem. I don't know him to hate him. I don't hate white people. Tired of this shit, man. It's just too much. I don't want to be the bad guy. I love all people. Come on, man. All me and Eminem got to do is sit down and talk with each other.
What happened? Would you give him a 5?
I'd hug him.
Today, Benzino is once again trolling Eminem and 50 like it's the early 2000s. But to understand why this feud has lasted so long, we need to go back to 2002. That's when Eminem dropped his 4th album, The Eminem Show. The Source magazine, co-founded by Benzino, gave it 4 out of 5 mix. Eminem believed it deserved a perfect score, so he began taking shots at both The Source and Benzino directly. According to him, the reason he didn't give 5 mix was because he's white. That's when things escalated. Benzino responded by calling Eminem a culture vulture. On his diss track Pull Your Skirt Up, he went further, claiming Eminem's race was the only reason for his success. Benzino rapped lines like 5 shades darker and you be cannabis. Nobody would care about your rhyme style. What do you know about hustling on the block in the freezing cold? What do you know about cutting rocks and dodging the cops? What do you know about facing an indictment? You're just industry excitement. Later, Benzino softened his stance a bit, telling MTV that his real problem was with the machine and the double standards in hip-hop. He said media outlets pushed Eminem as the savior of the genre while ignoring the pioneers who created it. According to Benzino, Eminem was just the hood ornament for the machine, pointing out how M could get away with outrageous behavior on stage that other rappers never could, simply because of his race. On Pull Your Skirt Up, Benzino even accused Eminem of running to his manager, Paul Rosenberg, to handle the feud. But Eminem clapped back with not 1, but 4 diss tracks, denying he ever asked for help. In return, Benzino dropped Die Another Day and leaked a phone call recording between himself and Rosenberg.
Well, you know what? I didn't want it to happen in the first place. I spoke to Dave after I heard about the first record, and I was like, Dave, what's up? Why, where's this coming from? And he was like, he's got some things he wanted to get off his chest. And you know what I'm saying? But I mean, is the call, like, what's the call for? Like, I mean, he's already dropped his record. Like, you guys made your move, so what is really the call? Oh, I just wanted to see if there's any way that, we can make peace of the situation. I don't want to.
Benzino didn't just keep the feud on record, he crossed a serious line by bringing Eminem's daughter, Haley, into it. And not just in passing, he directly threatened her, making a disturbing reference to JonBenét Ramsey, the child beauty queen tragically killed at 6 years old. On his track Die Another Day, Benzino rapped, "Tell Haley it ain't safe no more. Daddy better watch your back at the candy store. You messed up, resort to plan B. Mess around, she end up like JonBenét Ramsey." That bar shocked the hip-hop community, with many saying Benzino had officially gone too far. Instead of pulling back, he doubled down, claiming he was only giving Eminem a taste of his own medicine. He pointed to Eminem's earlier diss, The Sauce, where M mocked Benzino's son, Ray. Here's a poster of Ray and his dad. You want to talk about some stuff you don't know about? Let's talk about how you're putting your own son out there to eat off him because you missed your boat now. It's true Eminem mentioned Benzino's son first, but there's a key difference. Eminem wasn't threatening Ray's life. He was clowning Benzino's parenting, accusing him of exploiting his young son for clout, like when Benzino dropped Shine Like My Son featuring 7-year-old Ray. In contrast, Benzino was outright threatening Haley, who was also 7 at the time. Even then, he didn't back down. In another MTV interview, Benzino tried to justify his lyrics, saying it was his duty to expose double standards in hip-hop. He argued that Eminem was allowed to rap about killing his mother, abusing women, or drug use, while Black and Latino artists were pressured to make party records to get radio play. According to him, the industry didn't want their real struggles to be heard. Eventually, in 2012, Benzino softened his stance slightly. On Global Grind TV, he admitted the Eminem thing started getting uglier and uglier. I can take responsibility for some of the stuff I said about his family. Those personal shots were out of order, but even with that partial apology, he couldn't leave the feud alone. BY 2018, he was back at it, calling Eminem's Revival album trash and insulting his fan base. He tweeted, "Can somebody tell these weirdo and fans that in hip-hop, they are the subculture? Nobody cares about anything they say about him right now. The album is trash. Take the L and move on." Eminem stayed silent, ignoring the shots. In February 2021, Benzino escalated again, challenging both Eminem and Royce da 5'9" to a boxing match. Once more, Eminem didn't respond. By February 2022, Benzino claimed nobody in his neighborhood ever listened to Eminem's music. When a social media user dared him to say it directly, he tagged Eminem and wrote, "I'll say it to his face, but he's a scared coward, just like his fan base." To stir things further, Benzino posted and later deleted more rants targeting Eminem's fans, even sharing his own restaurant address in Atlanta and daring people to show up. He wrote, "To all stans, we know you're the corniest, non-violent, coward fan base hip-hop has ever seen. I got a restaurant in Atlanta, 5071 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard, Chamblee, Georgia. Stop tweeting and pull up." He was practically begging for confrontation. Eminem's response? Silence as usual, but in 2024, the silence finally broke. On Doomsday Part 2, Eminem fired back at both Benzino and his daughter Coi Leray. It was the first time in years he had addressed Benzino directly. On the track, he rapped, "What is the opposite of Benzino? A giraffe? Go at his neck, how the F is that? How can I go at something he doesn't have?" The punchlines cut deep, but M didn't stop there. He mocked Benzino's financial struggles and even threw in a jab at his sexuality, referencing long-running rumors about Benzino allegedly being seen with a male companion during a police escort out of a Red Roof Inn.
In the shower, what the fuck does he want me to do, man?
All right,
That's
sir.
crazy,
So-
man.
so-
So we're leaving. Okay.
Is there anything else in this room?
There's somebody else in the shower. You want to go talk to him?
Okay. Now, granted, if we was white, it never would have happened. If it was white, you wouldn't be doing this. This wouldn't be happening at all. If we was a white couple, John and Bill Summerfield, this would not be happening. But they can't, but no matter what we're wearing, no matter who's our partner, so.
Just when it seemed the situation couldn't get any more complicated, Eminem went after Benzino's daughter, Coi Leray, with a sharp line that had social media buzzing. Benzino didn't waste a moment and fired back with not one but two diss tracks directly targeting him. Still, despite Benzino going all in, Eminem refused to engage further. No new music, no statements, no reactions at all. That silence appears to frustrate Benzino the most, since he expected Eminem to keep exchanging shots. Instead, Slim made his point and then stepped out of the battle completely. Now Benzino has turned his attention to 50 Cent, trying to keep the feud alive. What's your take on this rivalry? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and pass this along. See you in the next one.